All right, all right. Welcome, everybody. I'm not in the Hardcore Pub today. I won't be there all week because it's vacation time. But just came back from the ocean, was swimming with my boys, and they wore me out. I'm telling you. They're out in the pool now. I just don't have the energy I used to have. I tell you what, I'm thirsty. Good thing I got some beer. I'm in Costa Rica, but this is what is this? Nicaraguan beer, which Nicaragua is the country just to the north of Costa Rica. I do have a Costa Rican beer here, and I'm about to run out. I did buy 3 6 packs with the intent of just having one or two, bringing them back and giving them to other beer reviewers who would not otherwise have the opportunity to try these beers, but I accidentally drank them all. But that's okay. I'll buy some more. I'm bringing back some. I'm going to bring some back. I'll be hooking some people up. But I did not want to spend a lot of my time on vacation editing videos. So I have been shooting videos. I have not been editing or uploading videos because that takes a lot of time. And it's time I don't want to waste that time here on vacation. I want to stay on vacation. So it's okay to film the stuff here. I'll edit it when I get home. And that way I spend more time on vacation. Yeah. So we are in Tamarindo, Costa Rica. It's on the west coast. This is the Pacific Ocean right over here. I was worried. I was worried because the Pacific Ocean, at least in the United States, I've been to California, Southern California, in like July, August, September. I went down to the Pacific water and I stuck a finger in it. My finger turned blue. That water is ice cold, even in the hottest months. I was worried that's how it was going to be here. It's not. It's not. It's like bath water here, and that's okay. We came from the ocean. We were swimming out there for a while. We came back. We showered off down by the pool, and once I jumped in the pool water, I was like, "Ooh, it burnt my skin." It's not a heated pool, but the water is very, very warm here. So it's like, a hot bath is not refreshing. Um, it's for cleaning cleaning yourself, whatever. But if you want to feel refreshed, you got to get in that hot water. Then you get out, and as it's like evaporating off your body, then it kind of cools you off. That's how you want to stay cool here. Get wet, then get out of the water and let it start evaporating because it just cools you off. It feels nice. I'm going to, this was an unplanned live, so I don't know if anybody's even going to see this or jump on. I'm going to play around with StreamYard. Since nobody's in here right now, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't figure out how to do some stuff here. All right, there. I think I got something. There we go. Is it working? Oh. I have no idea what I'm doing. Here we go. There we go. I have no tech skills whatsoever. I will be reviewing this Bohemia. Like I say, this is a Nicaragua beer. And the thing is about the beers down here, everything on the label is Spanish. Everything. I have limited Spanish skills, so I can't read a majority of what's on the label, but that's okay. I got Google Translate for that. So when I do the review, I will have the translations up for everything that's on there. None of these are super powerful ABV beers. This Bohemia is 4%. And I got this Pilsen. This is a Costa Rican beer. This one's not much more than 4. This is 5.1%. And I have another one in the fridge in there, and that's the most popular beer, apparently, that I've seen in Costa Rica. Everybody who's walking around with their shopping bags and whatnot have Imperial. It's Imperial Original. There's a few different types of Imperial. I did have an Imperial Light at a restaurant on Saturday when we arrived. It was light. It was very light. It was carbonated water is kind of what it tasted like. But the regular Imperial is quite nice, and it does the trick because it's a hot climate, and that's a perfect beer for a hot climate. It's delicious. It's not wacky. It's beer flavored beer. Not much alcohol. I think it's in the 4 point something range. And it's what you need. I went to Volcano Brewery today, which is a brewery right on the beach over here on Tamarindo Beach. I did talk to, at one time, he was the head brewer. He has various roles over there now. We set up an appointment. He's going to be contacting me here. He might have already done it. He's going to sit down with me, and we're going to do a little filming over there. He's going to show me the ins and outs of Volcano Brewing Company. It's a Costa Rican company. His name is Nicky, and he is from the Beer Patrol. Hello. Yes. Having a wonderful time. I think he said Wednesday is when, he said 5 o'clock would be the best time because we are on the west coast of Costa Rica. So we don't get the sun rise, but we get the sunset. And the ocean is right over there. And apparently it's an amazing, when the sun sets on the water, it's amazing. So we're going to film about 5, and he's going to show me the ins and outs of the whole operation. And it's cool because he's from England. So, like I said, my Spanish is very limited. I can speak basic Spanish. It's not proper. It's not correct in any fashion, but I've always been able to get what I needed speaking to somebody who only speaks Spanish. It's nice that the head brewer over there is from England, so much easier to communicate with. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And like I say, I'm not going to spend any of my vacation editing. That's why I'm doing this live. I just want to hang out, rest, relax. I can tell you, let me feel. Oh, there's no tension. There's no tension here. I'm still going to get a massage on the beach. I was over at Volcano Brewing talking to Nikki, the head brewer. And then when I came back, I said, well, I could walk along the road, or I could just walk along the beach. Let me walk along the beach. So I'm walking along the beach, and I see this tent out there on the beach. There's these 2 women. There's these 2 massage tables. So I walk over, and of course I say, habla inglés, and they're like, oh, no. So I had to pull words out of my brain that I haven't used in 30-some years. But, I was able to, the massages are very economical in this country compared to the United States. You can get 2 people for 1 hour. That's so like me and my wife. There's 2 tables there. We're going to go get side-by-side massages one day this week, and it's $70. So it's like, it's hard to find a 1 hour massage for one person in the United States for $70. You can find it, but it's kind of rare. It tends to be more expensive than that. So getting 2 people for $70 for 1 hour, hey, I'm all about economy. You know what I mean? I'm here to pump up their economy with my my foreign money that I'm spending here, and it's going to be good times because we're going to be on the beach. How often do you get to have a massage on the beach in Costa Rica? For me, I've never had the opportunity. So the opportunity presented itself. I'm gonna do it. Rich new design. You're correct. Tension doesn't exist in Costa Rica. That's absolutely 100% correct. Um, their slogan here is "Pura Vida," which means pure life. I, I don't really necessarily know what that means, pure life, but I can tell you that the life down here is amazing. I don't see anybody that's worked up about anything. Um, People are working, they're smiling. It's it it's like a beautiful. Oh, Jay McKay from Maine. Oh, brown ale. Oh, let me tell you, you mentioned brown ale. So, as I mentioned, I went to Volcano Brew. I think it's called Volcano Brew Company or Volcano Brewing Company. It's just across the street. It's right on the beach. Um, and I was talking to the head brewer, and I didn't even notice when I was looking at their taps. I was just wanting to drink stuff that they brewed. I wanted their beers, so I tried their Volcano IPA, which was fantastic. That's their biggest seller. And when I went there, I asked for recommendations. They said most people enjoy the IPA, so I got the IPA. It was fantastic. And then I tried their pale ale, and then I tried it was called their tropical. Uh, they were fantastic. But then as I was talking to the head brewer, he's like, okay, well, we got this porter over here. And I said, wait a second, you got a porter on tap here? He says, yes. And I'm like, see, I love porters. I love stouts. I didn't think those were beers to drink in super, hot climates like this, because everybody always associates porters and stouts with being wintertime beers. Well, there's no wintertime here. It's like this year round. But I said, I'm intrigued. I have to try your porter. And anybody who watches my channel, I have the hard pour pub. It's what I do. It's how I pour every beer. Guess what? I didn't ask them. They hard poured that porter, and it was fantastic. Um, they did it differently than I do, because what they did was put the glass there, pulled the handle on the tap, and then just held, they didn't even have to hold it. It just stayed there, and it was filling up the glass. And as it filled up, they just kept filling it. The head was spilling over the rim of the glass and going down. But then once the beer level got up to the top, they shut it off, wiped the glass off, and they handed it to me. And I was like, all right, you know, um, people don't hate the hard pour all around the world. I think the people that hate the hard pour are just people who, it's something that's outside of their comfort zone. They've never tried it. They think it's a waste. They think it ruins the beer. I wouldn't do it if it ruined the beer. Trust me. It was just a foreign concept to me 20 some years ago when I first learned it over in Germany. But I was so enamored. Is that the right word? I was so enamored with the whole thing, that how weird it was. It was against everything I knew about beer. But you know what? It really, really does enhance the experience, especially if you're in your own home. You're not wasting any beer, especially if you're pouring it out of a can or a bottle. The beer doesn't disappear from the can or the bottle. You pour in as much as you want. If it's all head, a little beer, you can either let it rest, it'll come down, or just start drinking it with the foam. It's okay. Add more to it as you go. It's just fine. Oh, Hurricane Ian. Yes, Big B beer review. You're on the west coast of Florida in there, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we had last night. Now, I slept through most of it, but last night was a pretty wild storm came through here. A lot of rain. And this morning when I woke up, I didn't even know what day it was when I woke up, because you know what? I'm on vacation. I'm not waking up to an alarm clock. I don't have a schedule. I don't need to be anywhere at any particular time. I forgot what day it was. And my wife was going to cook breakfast. We went to the store. We bought some eggs and bread and stuff like that to cook some stuff. And she didn't buy cooking spray. So she's like, "Oh, this is a nonstick, or no, this isn't a nonstick skillet that we have here. So we need some spray." So I said, "Well, I'll just run to the store here." They don't have like big grocery stores here, like a Publix Winn-Dixie or Kroger. They have little tiny, I don't know if bodega is the right word, but it's what I picture like in New York City. These are tiny little shops that have, very little selection of various items. And so I went to one today and it was 7 a.m. and it was closed. And I looked at the whole street. The whole street was closed. And I'm like, is today Sunday? Are they not open? But I said, I'm pretty sure it's Monday. So I had to walk. I had to walk 3 blocks down and 2 blocks up and another block over. And I found a place that was open. And I came back and I saw that storm from last night had washed. Now, the main road is paved, but there are some side roads that are dirt roads here. And so when it rained, it washed all the dirt out onto the paved roads. So they had guys out there with wheelbarrows and shovels scooping up all the dirt, and getting it back off the road. And it makes you appreciate. I mean, some people think we got it bad in the United States. No, we don't. If you got it bad in the United States, you still got it a whole lot better than a lot of other people in other places around the world. I don't know if the weather that we had was associated with that hurricane because, quite honestly, I haven't been watching TV, haven't been watching the news. I don't know if it was, Costa Rica is in Central America, and I don't know where the hurricane actually was. I don't think it was associated with the hurricane. It was just, we had some bad weather. Like most tropical places, it rains for 5 minutes a day here, but then it clears up and it's blue skies. It's great. My shirt's a little wet because, my days of swimming without a shirt on are over because I grew up in Florida and I had a constant tan. My whole childhood up into early adulthood, I had a permanent tan. It took 3 years for me to lose my tan when I joined the Marine Corps. And then now I'm as white as a sheet. And if I go out without a shirt on, even if I use sunblock, it will wash off and I will turn into the brightest red, flaming hot sunburn that you've ever seen. It's painful. I don't like it. So I always swim with a shirt on now. Been on a diet. Got the washboard abs here. Nobody gets to see it, right? And I'm trying to, you guys, I'm going to educate you guys, okay? I haven't been on vacation in a few years, what I would consider a real vacation, ever since the whole COVID thing, and everything was shut down and this, that, and the other. So we haven't been somewhere. That's why we decided to come to Costa Rica, because we all needed a decent vacation. And when you're on vacation, it doesn't matter what you eat. It doesn't matter what you drink. It doesn't matter if you exercise or not. You do not gain weight on vacation because every calorie you consume is burned off in the sheer relaxation of being on vacation. This is not a science-proven fact. This is just something that I think. I think that's how it works. All right? I'm pretty sure. Don't sue me if I'm wrong. I just think that's how it works. Well, Chew, I'm up at 7 o'clock a.m. on my vacation because it's weird. When you look on a globe, it should be, in my opinion, it should be 6:19 p.m. But for some reason, Costa Rica is 2 hours behind. So it's 4:19 here. So actually waking up at 7, I did not wake up early. I was actually 9 a.m. Eastern time, which is that's what the clock, my internal clock is set to. However, I did make the mistake of, I did not shut my work alarm off on my phone. So it went off at 4:30 this morning, which was actually 2:30 Costa Rica time. And I immediately went to the settings, shut that off for the rest of the week because I don't want to wake up to an alarm at all on vacation, whether it's accidental or on purpose. I don't want to do it. Vacation is just, you wake up when your body wakes you up. You go to sleep when you're tired. You do what you want to do, when you want to do it, for how long you want to do it. That's what vacation is. That's what causes all the stress to come away. And I tell you what, hey, Ray, thanks for joining. Yeah, craft bruiser. Now, what part of California are you in? I don't know if you were on earlier when I was talking about this, because I'm on the west coast of Costa Rica right now. It's the Pacific Ocean, just right over here. And I was worried, because I said I've been to. I have family that lives in Southern California, and I've been there in like July, August, September. We went down to the ocean, and I stuck my finger in the water, and it turned blue. And if you'd have thumped it, it was shattered into a million pieces, because the Pacific Ocean is. It must be 33 degrees, because if it was 1 degree colder, it would freeze solid. It is ice cold. I was worried about this being the Pacific. I said, well, is there just Pacific cold all over? No. The Pacific Ocean here in Costa Rica is perfect temperature. It's a little cool when you first get in it. It's not, I mean, when you get out, there's no goosebumps. You're not shivering. It's nothing like that. It just feels perfect. And that's great. And also, it's like, perfect thing to rinse it out is beer. I say, I'm drinking this Bohemia, which is a Nicaraguan beer. Nicaragua is the country just to the north of Costa Rica. I have a few beers on the side over here. I got this Pilsen, which is a Costa Rican beer. For some reason, I grabbed two Bohemias. I should have grabbed another Imperial, because the Imperial seems to be the beer of choice from Costa Ricans down here, because I see everybody walking from the stores with their grocery bags. Everybody's got Imperial in their bags. It's it's like 4%. It's a hot weather beer. It's what you want to drink here, because you can drink a lot of them. You're not going to get goofy. They're not super alcohol beers. They're just delicious, and they hit the spot on a hot day. So if anybody wants to join, I should have put this up earlier. I haven't been on here in so long, and I'm so tech unsavvy. Let me put the link in the description over here. So if anybody, the Alkanauts are there. Thanks for joining. If anybody wants to hop on here, there's the link. Just remember, if you're watching this on YouTube and you do want to join and you click the link, make sure that you close your YouTube page on your computer. Otherwise, we're going to have some echoing going on. I'm going to move my chair around. I want to try to get a little different view here of the you can't see it, but well, this is the pool at the we're staying at a VRBO. This is a condo complex, which is very nice. It's got this cool pool right back here. I don't know which way I'm pointing, but there's the pool. This thing here is actually a water. And walk behind the waterfalls. You press a button, the water, it's a waterfall for like 15 minutes, and then it shuts off. You want it to come on again, you just press the button again. But just over the top of that, I can't see it. Maybe you guys can see it. It looks like this is all white, but actuality, the sky is actually blue. I don't know why it looks white in the computer, but just over the trees here is the Pacific Ocean. I mean, I can see it clear as day, but I'm looking on the computer. I don't see it at all. That's kind of weird. Maybe you guys can see it. Thank you. I was hoping, I think Mallory and Chu are both on here. That's great. Thanks for coming. Because I did steal one from your book. I went to, there's a place just down the street called Volcano Brewing Company. I went over there yesterday, and I asked if, the guy behind the bar, I was asking him. He spoke no English, so I'm just pulling bits and pieces of Spanish out of my head to ask him, like, is the manager there or whatever? And he said, oh, not today, tomorrow. So I went back. Tomorrow was today, so I went back, and I was wearing this shirt because I was hoping to get to talk to him and do what Mallory and Chu do. They're way better at it than I am. I just want to talk to the head guy and ask him about his little operation over there. And I talked to him today, and he's from England, thankfully. So we were able to communicate. And he's going to work out the schedule. I told him, I said, I had no plans on doing anything fancy. I said, normally when I'm filming for my YouTube channel, I have bright lights, but all I brought with me was my camera and my laptop. And I told him I don't want to edit videos on vacation. So I will film the videos, edit it once I get home, and then they'll be uploaded in the future. And he said, oh, that's great. He said, I've got lights because we also have a YouTube channel for the brewery. I said, oh, that's great. So he's going to hook me up. He's going to contact me and give me a time. Since we are on the west coast of Costa Rica, he said that the best time to film would be around 5 p.m. Costa Rica time. So that's 7 p.m. Eastern time in the United States. He said the reason for that is because since we're on the west coast, the sun sets right over here on the Pacific. And he says it's just beautiful. So that would be a great background. Yes, Chew is, well, his head is. The rest of his body, you can see quite clearly. And yes, Ray, if you could, I don't know if there's anything in my trash cans, to be honest. We might have emptied them last week. If there's something in there, if you wouldn't mind taking my trash cans out, I would appreciate it. And like I said, the link seems to have gotten buried in the thing. If anybody wants to join, just scroll up. I got the link there. I'm going to drink some more of this fine Guatemalan Bohemian 4% alcohol. It's a Bohemian Cerveza Lager. But let me tell you, I hadn't been to Costa Rica since 2003. I came here maybe 3 times in the past, but I never came here. I always went to San Jose, which is the capital of Costa Rica. And it's not on the beach. As a single man, I didn't need to go to the beach. I was in the city, found things to do. It was a great time, but now got the wife and kids with me. They probably wouldn't be as thrilled about just flying all the way to Costa Rica and staying in the city. They wanted the beach. So we flew into Liberia, which is the airport in the western portion of Costa Rica. And then it was an hour drive from the Liberia airport to Tamarindo, which is a big surfing spot. So either tomorrow or the next day, I was going to do surfing school. They have surfing school. It's a 2-hour deal where they teach you for 20 minutes on dry land, basically the basics of surfing, and then you get an hour and 40 minutes actually out in the water with a surf instructor. And I told my wife, I said, I want to do it so bad. I'm 53 years old. I don't need to have a massive wipeout and get hurt, and then I'm screwed up. I'm cool with just watching. So my 3 sons, they're aged 12. I have a 9-year-old. He's going to be 10 on November 1st, excuse me. And then my youngest son is 7. They're going to be going to surf school. So I'm going to be on the beach watching, filming, and they're going to surf, because I think if they learn it at a young age, they're going to have a lot of fun with it. Me as an old guy, I might surf today and then never surf ever again in my life. That's okay. I made it 53 years without surfing, so I think it'll be okay. Home bartending with John. Thanks for stopping by. Anybody drinking anything? If you want to hop on, I'll repost the link here. Click on it. Like I say, if you do click on the link, make sure that when you do, it'll open up a new tab for StreamYard. Make sure you close your YouTube tab, otherwise it's going to be, there's the Alkanauts right there.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, I hope you weren't in the waiting room too long. I was so busy talking. Nope. I didn't even look down in the green room. I didn't see you in there.
Not at all. Not at all.
So you were up in Canada, probably freezing to death.
Well, it's not that bad.
I would be.
There's my kid. We're live on YouTube, B.
Hello. Well, my kids are down there in the pool swimming.
Nice.
I'm surprised we can't hear them on camera, actually, because they get quite kind of loud when they're swimming. But Yeah, down here in Costa Rica, man. This is very worth the trip.
Nice place. Yeah, my folks went down there a while back, and they would love to go back. So,
Yeah, there seems to be now. We normally always go to the same place every year. We normally go to Grand Cayman, but ever since COVID hit, we haven't been back. A lot of Canadians live in Grand Cayman. They do a lot of the dive shops, and what else they do? It's weird because when you go to Grand Cayman, finding a Grand Cayman citizen that's working in the tourist um, industry is almost non-existent. Like all the taxi drivers are from Jamaica or Cuba. All of the surf shops are either Canadians or Americans. It's like where are the Caymanians? Where are they at? What are they doing? Oh, they work in the banks. It's a big banking place. There's more banks in Costa or in Grand Cayman than there are citizens or something like that. It's some kind of weird thing.
yeah, we've got a friend's son was down there working for a while. He's an IT guy, and he was working for one of the large banking institutions. So, but yeah. That looks absolutely beautiful. I am so jealous. It's definitely sweater weather here now. So,
yeah, when we left Atlanta, you would not think it was cold by any means, I'm sure, but we're hot weather people. So when it hits 70, like in the 70s, even if it's 79, we're like, ooh, the sun goes down.
Oh, you cut out for a second there, Brian.
I do have some spotty internet down here, so it does come and go. So hopefully it stays for most of the time. But
right on.
I always judge it. It's too cold if I picture myself drinking a cold beer in the weather, and I know that now I'm going to get goosebumps. Then it's too cold for me. So 79 is too cold for me. If I drink a cold beer, I'm going to get goosebumps. Of course, I probably have to translate that because you're used to Celsius. I had an incident. We got here and the thermostat was set on 27. I don't know what 27 means Celsius wise.
Yep.
So I cranked it down, and then it started snowing in the building here, and I was like, "Ooh, what am I got to pull out my Translate app and say what is from Fahrenheit to Celsius because I don't have a clue." We got it dialed in now.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, just so you know, it's like 16 Celsius here today.
That sounds too cold because the places I like are in the 30s Celsius.
Yeah, you definitely don't like this one. So, but hey, I got to get into one of these for you. So,
what do you got there?
It's opposite. Local light from Blackburn Brewhouse.
Blackburn. All right, never seen one of those.
So, they're just down the street from my house, so nice and convenient. So,
nice. I'm glad I've got this Volcano Brewing just down the street from where I'm staying at right here.
Nice. What do you got there, John?
It's an odd side.
Nice.
Citra Pale Ale. That was it. I just had a pale ale over at the Volcano Brewery over there. Where are you from, John?
Michigan.
I see you got a Michigan flag on the wall. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Michigan has got some fantastic beers. I'm a big fan of Founders. I'm a big fan of Bell's.
Yeah.
I love them. I'm glad I can get them in Georgia.
That's why I'm glad I'm in West Michigan. We got tons of beer places. Craft beer everywhere.
That's awesome. It's such a big scene in the U.S. now. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Chicago next year.
Yes, I hope you can make it.
I'm working on getting my passport sorted. So
it's open to everybody who reviews beers. What we're going to do, it was actually supposed to be in Chicago this year, but the prices, it was getting kind of expensive for people, flying in and then getting a hotel. And so I decided just to have it at my house. So I want to say we had five people actually attended. There were 3 who caught COVID at the last minute and couldn't come. But it is going to be in Chicago next year. And what we're going to do is Mallory and Chu, actually, from Imperfectly Me Crafts, they're going to be hosting it in Chicago. And the most economical way to do it, honestly, is to rent like a VRBO, rent a whole house. Because you can find houses that can sleep 10 people. And if you divvy up the cost between the bedrooms, it's cheaper than everybody renting a hotel room by themselves. Because hotel rooms, you're going to spend $100+ a night, and all it is a bedroom with a bathroom attached to it. That's it. But if we rent a whole house, those houses usually have great entertaining space. So we don't have to like leave a hotel, drive to a place to hang out together and shoot some videos and stuff. It ends up being much cheaper. And you basically have the whole house instead of just a room. So, I mean, you don't have to stay in the house if you want to. You can stay wherever you want to stay. If you want to stay in a hotel or an Airbnb or whatever you want to do, that's fine. But it's going to be an option. Yeah, she said right now she's going to be giving out the exact date sometime in October. So that way you've got the better part of a year to plan for it, because it's going to be in the summertime. And like I say, if you can just sock away, $20 a week or $30 a week, whatever, just keep doing it. And then by the time it rolls around, you'll have a fund there. And I promise you, it's going to be a great time. It'll be very beneficial to your channel in the fact that you're going to have a lot of great content creators in one spot. And what really boosts your views and your subscriptions is collaborations with other channels.
Yes.
So I see we got Big B on. There he is.
Howdy do.
You weathering the storm?
Getting ready for it.
Hurricane party time. Parties at Big B's house. Anybody going?
The damn bar's open.
Which one's that, B? Is it Ian?
Yep. As you can see, it's getting
our
dark
East Coast
out.
got hammered this week. I feel bad for everybody out on our East Coast here. So
Yeah, the skies are getting a little dark. It won't hit until about Wednesday. I'm in Zephyr Hills, not far outside of Tampa.
Oh, I got family in Zephyr Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my aunt lives here, and I'm from Tampa, but I moved out here. So
nice.
Yeah, actually, my wife's down there right now. She just got down there to visit her cousin in Fort Myers.
Oh,
she's going to be there.
I love Fort Myers.
Yeah. I think it's actually Ave Maria, which is right by there.
Mallory, what's up?
Yeah. I think it's actually Ave Maria.
Okay, somebody's got their YouTube page open.
I closed mine. Pretty sure.
Mallory committed the ultimate sin.
I have no sound.
I'll give you 4 guesses, and the first 3 don't count who that was.
I think it was Brian.
I'll take credit for it. It was me.
How are you guys?
How you doing?
Life is good.
Fantastic.
Oh. Salute.
Yeah, I don't get an opportunity to jump on stuff like this time of day usually. This is great.
Well, I was swimming in the ocean with my boys, and I looked at my watch, and I said, "Oh, it's 5:30 Eastern time." And normally I have videos set to come out at 6 p.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I said, I don't have a video set to come out because I do extensive editing on my videos, so it takes a long time, and I just didn't want to waste time while I was on vacation. So I said, at 6 o'clock Eastern time on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'll just do a quick live. It won't be a review, but I'll be drinking some of the local stuff. Like I say, this is not Costa Rican. This is Guatemalan, but Guatemala is just a stone's throw north of where I am. I got this Pilsen. Oh, it's getting kind of warm. It's hot out here. I came from the ocean. We rinsed off in the shower down there, and I jumped in the pool. I got out, and I swear I was almost dry. Within 15 minutes, I was dry. It's warm here, awesome. But I love it.
Keep rubbing it in, Brian. Keep rubbing it in.
Well, I tell you,
I'll tell you what.
I
I'm jealous.
do.
The Alkanauts. I'm jealous. I wish I was up there. I hate the heat.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's just turned to sweater weather. The first day of fall hit last week, and I swear it was about, let's say, 72 degrees in the morning when I went to work, and then by the time I went outside at lunchtime, it had dropped down to 54.
Oh my God!
So somebody
I
flipped
work
a switch and
outside
turned
all
the
day
AC
this
off.
week, man, it's brutal out here. We get maybe 2 weeks of winter, and our winter is maybe 50 degrees.
So what is it? 2 weeks of winter, 40 weeks of construction, and 6 weeks of nice?
Maybe, if you're lucky, 6 weeks of nice. It's just brutal, humid, nasty heat down here.
I love the humid.
Oh, man, you should be down here for sure. It's always humid and hot.
Once you get used to the heat, you don't want to go to the cold. Nobody retires from, well, Big B's going to retire from Florida and move up to Canada. But that's like the micro percentage of people. Most people are done with the cold as old people. They want to move down where it's hot.
And I'm the opposite. I was born and raised here, and I cannot wait to be able to go up there. Maybe
well,
not.
when you move, let me know. I'll come down and stay at your house. I'll keep it up for you.
The damn bar will be open for you.
I want to find somewhere that's 68 degrees year round.
Oh,
you know,
that's winter.
Where is it? It's always hard and it's always open. That's right. The Hardcore Pub. You guys are always welcome.
I'll drink to that. Salud.
Cheers.
What are you drinking, Mallory? I saw some fancy kind of gray can there. What you got?
It is Ravinia Brewing Company, Isle of Lost Hop Series.
You gave me a Ravinia beer.
Yeah, I did. But
I had a lady on the label, and she happened to have the same last name as me. What a coinky dink.
Yep.
Her last name was Snob?
It was.
Wow.
Yeah, Lucia Parsons. That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one is hazy IPA 7.5 and very juice front with kind of a pine finish, and I just adore this beer. So can't get enough right now.
I'm a big fan of the pine beers because I'm the weirdo who, I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I go to Lowe's or Home Depot and I walk down the lumber aisle and you can smell that fresh cut wood, it perks my ears up. It's a very attractive smell. And I love the taste. It's like you're licking a fresh cut 2x4. I love it.
Do you like gin as well? Are you a gin drinker?
Oh, no. I don't like gin at all.
Brian, I get a lot of that smell doing what I do, cutting down trees. I get a lot of that fresh pine. Yeah. You know what a camphor tree is? Do you know they smell, Vicks Vapor Rub?
Yeah.
When you cut down a camphor tree, it smells just like that. I mean, it's so strong sometimes it'll make your eyes water. And you get that nice fresh pine smell when you cut down pine, the oak and all that stuff. So that's better than going to the hardwood store sometimes.
Yeah. So anything going on special with you guys' channel coming up?
We got Oktoberfest celebrations happening up here soon. I'm sure Paul and I will get some sort of footage. I'm hoping I can get out there this year. We're going to be going back out to Lock Street Brewing for their Locktoberfest.
Locktoberfest. All right.
Yep.
What about you, John?
Trying to be more present on Instagram. That's my role right now. Paul does majority of our editing, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a couple reviews.
I love. Oops, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying I do love Oktoberfest and Martin beers and all that. It's my favorite time of year with beer.
Oh yeah, that's when they come out with all the special
I do
ones.
Great flavors. Great flavors.
Yes.
That's one thing I didn't notice when I was over at this Volcano Brewing is if they didn't have an Oktoberfest beer, but I will bring that up when I'm talking to the talking to the guy, I think on Wednesday. I'm gonna try to do you proud, Mallory. You know, that's your territory. I don't know. I don't.
Great. I'm sure you're going to do great.
I'm not going to go in with any pre-written down questions, and because when I was talking to him, he said, you know, when he does his content, he doesn't like to use scripts. I said, I don't either, because then I have to memorize stuff. If it's something that I absolutely want to talk about, I write it down on that whiteboard and I put it to the side of my camera so I can look at it. Okay, there's the keyword. I know I need to mention that. I know I need to mention that. But for the most part, I just say whatever comes out of my mouth.
Yeah, that's why I have to edit mine so much.
Well, you guys, I gotta admit, you guys, you've really stepped up your game as far as the green screen, and I feel like I've been outshined. So I'm gonna start working on that.
I'll tell you
what.
This
is not green screen. I guarantee. I promise you, this is not green screen.
I'll tell you what. That superhero one was absolute freaking insanity. Oh my god.
But I love it because see, at the end of it, when I love how, and I assume Chu's the one who does this. He puts, and now the things that didn't go so well, and he puts all that stuff after the video. Oh, that's you?
That's
okay.
Me.
Yeah, there I go, giving him credit for what you do.
Now, we do look at them together and kind of decide like which ones we're keeping, because honestly, we have approximately 10 minutes of bloopers for all of our videos, and we have to whittle that down to about a minute or so. So we end up cutting a lot of our bloopers that just aren't funny enough, or they're just ridiculous, or no one else would get it, or you know. But yeah, we whittle it down to about 1 minute's worth and just have that at the end.
Oh, the government would come and arrest us.
What?
The stuff we say.
Oh yeah, we might get arrested for some of the stuff we say. Honestly, we have so many bloopers. It's ridiculous how many bloopers we end up going through.
Well, I ended up filming a review here, and I thought I charged my battery in my camera before I came down, and then I took the battery out of the camera, put it in my little bag separate. So when I get here and try to film, I'm like, why isn't my camera coming on? I'm not. Oh, the battery's not in it. So when I put it in it, I start filming a review, and wouldn't you know it, halfway through it, I get the warning signal on the screen that says change battery. So it died. So I had to go charge it. So I went and did other things, and then I came back and I tried to remember where I was at, which is almost impossible. And wouldn't you know it, I went and grabbed a beer out of the fridge, and I started talking about it. And I'm like, this is not the beer I was reviewing. So I mean, that's a blooper that I would normally that would be edited out, but I think I'm going to have to throw that in there when I realize I'm finishing a review that's not the review I was on at all.
100%. I think Paul was telling me last week that he's got 3 terabytes of blooper reel sitting on his hard drive.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's 95 episodes has amounted to 3 terabytes of.
Wow.
Yeah, and most of it is just making fun of me. So. I'm sure you can tell that most of the editing is done by Paul because of the stuff he chooses to leave in. So,
you know, I just wish that from when I started my channel, I wish I would have kept all of my bloopers because there were millions, but I always just deleted them because I didn't want to show how bad I was. But you know, when I started watching other channels that included those, like at the end of the review, I thought that is gold. Why did I delete that stuff? That is gold. If you can get somebody's attention to watch the entire review, that's great. But showing that stuff after the review, that keeps me sticking around even longer because I love seeing that stuff. I love seeing that as polished and proper as all of you seem in your videos. I know that you guys make mistakes, and I love it when I get to see it.
Well, I'll have 4 hours of footage that I'll, narrow down to less than half an hour. And then I still have all those bloopers to pull down too. And it's so much, but it makes it all worth it. It's almost like my treat. Like I get through the major cuts on the editing, the major meat of the video. And then I have this little treat where I can go through the funnies and pull out what I want and have that. So it actually amuses me so much that I could never get rid of them. I just couldn't. They crack me up too much.
That's awesome. Well, listen, guys, I'm gonna have to duck out. My wife's gonna be home shortly, and she needs her office. So
Okay.
Nice
Thanks
to
for
see you.
joining
great to
us.
see you all. Chat again soon. Take care.
I'll make sure I find your
Cheers.
channel. I'm gonna subscribe to it. Alkanauts, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for yours and John's as well. So
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, I will.
Cheers, everybody.
I wrote them both down. Home brewing with John, and I already subscribed to Mallory and Chu and Brian. So nice to meet you guys.
right on. Take care, everybody. Ciao.
Thanks
Take
for
care.
coming by.
Oh, we only okay. For some reason, I thought we were losing both.
Not yet.
So I said my Spanish is a tad bit. Well, tad bit is being generous with it. It's quite rusty. But when I read this, so this is it's called Pilsen. This is a Costa Rican beer, but in the bottom here, I don't know if you guys can see it. It says La Cerveza Rubia, which in my translating mind said it's a ruby beer. I don't know what rubia actually means in Spanish, but in my mind that made sense. It was a ruby beer. Drinking it out of the can, how would I know? I poured it into a glass yesterday, and it is the lightest yellow color that you could ever imagine. Nothing ruby colored about it at all. So apparently, rubia does not mean ruby colored. Where's my phone? I got my phone right here. That's the good thing about the
right now, but he doesn't have Rubia.
I can't
The
use
Google
mine. I'm on my phone.
Oh, the translation is just Rubia. It doesn't have translation according to Choose Phones, so I don't know.
It won't translate.
let's
It
see.
say translate Rubia to English.
Oh,
It does. It translates
Oh,
to
he did the
rubia.
opposite. He translated it into
wait.
Spanish.
Okay, it changed, Mallory. It's called. That means the blonde beer. That makes
That's not
sense
what I
now.
was gonna say. Yeah.
I had
Guess
no
that.
idea that that's what that meant. But as I hold it here, that's the cool thing about using the camera function of the Google Translate. It changes right in front of your eyes when you point the camera at it. Yeah, it's the blonde beer. So that makes sense now. It's not ruby, it's blonde. It's very light blonde. But it does have decent flavor. And I don't know when you guys joined on because I was talking kind of before anybody came on. But this Volcano Brewing over here, I was surprised they had a porter because most people in the beer world associate porters and stouts with winter beers. That's what you drink in the wintertime because they're a thicker, more it's a cold. I get that because I mean I used to drink them year round, but I get it why some people like those in the wintertime. But to have a porter down here, I thought, well, that's amazing. And I did not ask them to do this for me. The bartender, when I said I want the porter, she hard poured that thing. And I said, now this woman gets it. She gets it. But it was weird because I thought the keg was almost empty because she put the glass here, and when she pulled the tap handle, it stayed, and then she just walked away. But it was coming out like a really tiny stream. And as it was coming up the glass, the head was kind of rising, and it was just overflowing out of the glass, and until the glass was full. Then she walked over and she shut it off, and she took her little bar towel and wiped the glass off and handed it to me. And I'm like, this is perfect. This is perfect.
Do any of y'all have a kegerator?
I do not.
You do?
Yeah, I got two.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing when you turn those things on. It's not like at the bar. I don't have one, but my friend has one, and I was expecting it to be like at the bar, just to fill. It was a slow stream that slowly filled up, and it took a good, about almost a minute almost to fill a pint glass. I was shocked by that too.
That's John. That's Mallory. Well, that's just Mallory.
Well,
Choose behind the camera.
He's got the hand. There he is.
That's my youngest
when
son.
I fill
Jeff.
my beer, that's how it usually goes.
Okay, don't block the
They
camera.
said it's something about the pressure or something with how much CO2 and the pressure.
Yeah, and getting it to go through. Yeah.
Oh, I got the earpiece in, but you can't hear.
Oh.
You can let her know there's two Brians on here. You and me.
Oh, his name's Brian.
Yep. Big B for Brian.
Well, look at that.
Why does he look like you?
Why does he look like me? Well, he's just a handsome guy. I mean, what can I say? Somebody around here is grilling because I'm catching a whiff of it.
No, that's
This place. Let me just tell you guys again, because when we decided to come to Costa Rica, I was on like Expedia, looking for a hotel and whatnot. My wife got on VRBO, and she found a place on her phone. She comes over, she says, "Oh, this place looks nice." And I looked at it and I said, "Where's that at? Because I don't see it what I'm looking at." And she's like, "Well, it's on VRBO." I said, "Oh, so that's not like a hotel. So that's not going to be on Expedia. You got to go to like an Airbnb site or VRBO site." But let me tell you, this is a condo. It's a 3-building condo complex here. $92 a night. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo. Wow. If I wanted to rent a hotel, here, it was more than that. And you know what a hotel room is. We've all stayed in it. It's a bedroom with a TV with a bathroom attached to it. That's it.
Yeah, like a studio apartment or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have never been in a hotel or anything that's under $100. That's actually wow.
I've stayed in some real dumps that were $100 a night, hotels in the United States, to be honest.
But the dump ones nowadays are outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
is
amazing.
What is VRMO?
It's vacation rental by owner.
So it's like an Airbnb.
It's like
Similar.
an Airbnb, same thing.
Similar.
Okay, I just never heard of that one.
It's just the competition.
That makes sense.
It's McDonald's and Burger King. It's the same but different.
Well, I've heard of Burger King. I've heard of Airbnb. I've never heard of VRMO.
Well, VRBO, they used to call it, they shortened it to Verbo. They call on the commercials now on TV, it's called Verbo.
Oh, I've said MO. Yeah, okay.
Verbo, yeah, it's VRBO, vacation rental by owner. But I mean, it's fantastic. Everything is $92 a night. It's unbelievable.
That's a really
for what
good
you
deal.
get. For what you get.
And that's there in Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, my wife was so impressed. She got on. We walked around town yesterday, and there's a few, all the what do you call those? Realtor brands. Like they got Remax, they got Keller Williams, they got all of them sound. I knew all of them. So you go look in their windows. They got the properties posted, and she's like, "Oh, we should buy one of these." And I'm like, "Well, let's see." So she called the realtor because there's a unit in this complex that's for sale. And she talked to the lady on the phone, and she said, "Well, to be honest, when we sell to foreigners, which we would be foreigners here, they're usually all cash offers." And I said, "Well, that takes us out of the game because we do not have all cash for these offers." But I can see why these, if you have that kind of money, why you would buy a place like this, because to be honest, what they're asking for them is not outrageous, but what you can charge rental wise can be up there. I mean, you charge what you want to charge, because when we were looking and we found this place, there was another unit in this complex that wanted like $233 a night. And I'm sure they're going to get it. And that would be a great deal for that price for what you get. But this place just happened to be $92 a night. And it's absolutely perfect. This place is kind of built on a little bit of a slope. So if you come from the pool side, we're actually on the 3rd deck up. But if you go around to the back side, it looks like we're on the 2nd floor. But it's a good view. Like I say, you got the pool here. And I don't know, can you guys see the ocean here? Or to me, the sky looks white. I don't know why. Everything looks white. But actuality right here is the Pacific Ocean.
I'm using my phone, so I really got to get close to see it.
Yeah,
I think it's just because I'm on this is like a patio. It's covered, right? And we can't figure out how to turn the lights on out here.
And I heard you say
the light
earlier,
switch is
too,
over here.
You're in the Pacific,
The
so
light
you're
switch
what, 4
kinda
hours
don't make-
behind us? What time is it
It's
there?
2 hours behind. 2 hours behind the Eastern time in the United States.
Oh
So
wow! I thought
it's
it'd be 4.
So
it's
five.
7 o'clock for you, and it's only 5 o'clock here.
Oh wow! It's 7 already. God, my wife will be calling any minute. So if I gotta leave here in a minute,
Yeah,
you'll know why.
I wasn't gonna do a super long live. I'm guessing I've been on for an hour now. I did start it at 6 because that's what time my my videos normally come out. But I do appreciate everybody stopping by. Oh, I see Matt just popped on at 6:52 saying it's blonde. Hey, apparently he knew what Rubia meant. Yeah, but I think the wife and kids are in there. They're going to start watching a movie or something, and I think I'm going to go in there and join them and fall asleep when I get tired and wake up when I wake up. And I'm going to do the same thing again tomorrow, whatever I want, whenever
I don't
I
know if you
want.
saw my message, but I'll be giving you a call around 4:30 in the morning each day. So help you out a little bit.
I'm going to leave my ringer on. So
I tell you what, I'll be able to join you most likely on
well, thanks
Wednesday,
everybody
as
for
long as
stopping
the power's
by.
on. What was that?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we can do a live hurricane party from Big B's on
There
Wednesday.
you go. I don't know how to do all this. Like, I mean, you might tell me how to set that up. Is that just going on YouTube and just doing live, right? I mean, I don't know how.
Well, yeah,
post
you
it,
actually do it
all
on
that.
StreamYard.
I don't even know what that is. I
You
don't
do
know.
it on StreamYard, and it asks you where you want to broadcast it to. If you want to broadcast it to Facebook, or if you want to broadcast, I use the free version. I'm a cheapskate. I don't like to pay money for stuff. So the free version, it will
Same here.
broadcast to one platform.
But how do you
The free version,
how did you post the link or stuff? Does it give you that option to post a link in the comments or?
yeah, when you're in the StreamYard, you just click on the share button, and it'll pop up the link, and you copy it, and then you can like send it to somebody in a private message, or you can just do it in the chat here. It's not like you're going to get weirdos joining your thing.
What about Zoom?
What's the other what?
What about Zoom? Is Zoom one of the ones
Well,
you can
Zoom
use?
is different. No, it's either Facebook or YouTube.
I'm gonna do it through YouTube.
I choose YouTube, and then I just share my link on Facebook. And
oh, okay. Well, I found you on YouTube, so awesome.
Okay.
It's already starting to rain.
Well, you guys go bundle up, stay warm, don't catch frostbite.
That ain't gonna happen here. It might get wet though.
Hey, I got wet earlier because it started sprinkling on us when we were swimming, so we got a little wet, but that's okay.
Well, we're about to get real wet. It's already, the wind is picking up, but it ain't gonna be bad until Wednesday. So, but what we're catching right now is the very beginning of it, and it's gonna be a little bit on and off tomorrow. I'm gonna be inundated with work this next few weeks because trimming and cutting down trees is one of the main things that happens after a hurricane. So
you're going to be a busy man.
Yeah, sadly. So,
get that overtime while you can.
I want a better job. I've been doing this for 18 years. I mean, I want a job that's inside that doesn't risk. I don't risk my life, doing it, and just to make like just a little over minimum wage for crying out loud. It's pathetic. Time for a new job. Moving on up.
Yeah. Well, the best time to find a job is when you have a job, because then you can be selective with what you want to take.
That's what I've been trying.
When you don't have a job, you're kind of in a corner. You just got to take whoever's going to hire you, and then.
I'm going to argue that one. I enjoyed my 2 months off.
Keep rubbing it in.
I am working now, though.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
I want you good and ready for next summer.
Well, I'm actually working with a brewery now.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you'll have to fill us in on that.
Definitely.
Hey, I'll be coming back on at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. Hopefully Big B can join us. If he's not,
I'll be working Wednesday and
Not getting
Friday.
all wet?
Unfortunately, I won't be able to hop in on the live for that. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I just want to do it because that's normally when my videos come out. And since I'm not doing that, I'm just doing it. I want to let people know that I'm still here, still doing it. And the videos will come back next week when I'm off vacation. But for right now, editing's not in my plan for vacation.
I'm super happy I was able to hop in on this one, though. This was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna. I said, hopefully you guys can come back on Wednesday and Friday. I do leave early Saturday morning, so when I do it Friday, I will limit it to just an hour because then I'm going to have to be packing because the transportation company is going to pick us up at 9:00 in the morning because it's an hour drive over to the airport. International flight. It's got to be 3 hours early and blah, 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 all that. Well, maybe that's an American rule. I don't know if that's the rule here. It's a tiny airport. Liberia is not that big of an airport. So hopefully, good time. It's going to suck because every vacation I've been on, I always ask my wife at the end of it, I say, hey, can you just take the kids home, go home, work, send me some money. I don't need that much money. I'll live on the beach, strung up in a hammock between two palm trees. I don't need much money. And every year she tells me no. I'm going to soften her up, and one of these days she's going to say yes.
No, she's not.
So,
No, she's not.
I'm going to keep trying.
Doesn't hurt to try.
Never hurts. She can always say no, but she might just say yes.
Yeah.
So thanks for stopping by, Mallory and John. And I know Chew's behind the camera. Thanks for
he's
stopping
over
by,
here.
Chew. I expect to see his hand in front of the camera any minute now.
He's eating Takis,
gonna-
so his fingers are all orange.
Yeah.
My kids love Takis. They're too hot for me. I'm a lightweight when it comes to hot spice. Wife called, got cut off. Hey, it happens, Big B. We all got rules we got to live by. Matter of fact, I can see them in there making hand gestures towards me, telling me it's time to get in there. So I'm going to sign off. Thanks for stopping by, John and Mallory and Chew and everybody else who is on. And if you haven't checked out anybody's channel that was on, please do.
I will.
Give them a like and a subscribe. And hopefully,
Chew, you
John, you being in Michigan, hopefully Chicago's not too far from you, that maybe you can show up at the get-together this coming summer in 2023.
Sounds cool.
It's going to be a fantastic time. It's going to be well worth it, I promise you.
Lots of brewery connections up here, so I'm going to get us in on that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Chicago's got some fantastic beer, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will see you all next time.
All right.
I'm going to finish.
Take care.
Pills and
Go blue!
Go blue.
go Tigers. LSU.